This is why the human race can't have nice things. M3GAN! Released in 2023 and is directed by Gerard Johnstone, who made his feature-length directorial debut with this movie. And this film is starring Allison Williams, Jenna Davis, Violet McGraw, and Jenna Davis as the voice of M3GAN. Gemma is a brilliant robotanist at a toy company who uses AI to develop a robot called M3GAN, who is a lifelike doll programmed to be a child's greatest companion and a parent's greatest ally. More like a parent's greatest scapegoat, but we'll move on. And after her sister and husband die in a terrible car crash, Gemma decides to take in their daughter who survived. And as M3GAN is paired with Katie, M3GAN starts growing smarter and takes it upon herself to protect Katie at all costs. Basically, if you've seen any film where there's AI or some type of robot who is wanting to learn more and downloads things to make them realize, oh, the human race is a terrible human race. They will wipe each other out, so I should probably help with the extinction of the human race. Then you have seen this movie. Except I like to think in all the other renditions of this story in those other movies that the scientists in there, even though they make terrible choices, they're pretty intelligent. This movie, however, has some of the dumbest robotanists and scientists I have ever seen. The movie starts and they're tampering with M3GAN, you know, just like a prototype. And they're like, oh, we got this really expensive mask. Like, it's really expensive, so don't really fuck it up, guys. And then as they're going along, it starts acting up. And then one of the other scientists is like, boss, I think I forgot to put this thingy in it. And then the whole robot blows up in the face of the CEO and everything. And I was thinking like, okay, you're making this robot to potentially enter into children's homes and be their life companion. And yet, when you don't do something right, or if there's a problem in the assembly, it turns into, like, a small bomb. What are we thinking here, you dumbass science people? And it always starts off great in these movies, right? The AI, the robot pairs with the human companion, they become great friends, and everything looks great. But then we start realizing that these scientists really have no idea how to program anything ever. So they're having discussions when things start going awry and things start looking suspect. They're like, you programmed it to do this, right? Well, no, I was busy. I forgot. Come on. After every minute and every second that this movie went along, my head started to hurt more and more and more, and I hated this movie more and more and more. To the point where I wanted everyone to die. There is not a single redeemable character in this movie. Except the dog. I mean, I wish the dog survived. I guess that's a little spoiler, so, I mean, you know, what happens to the dog, whoever did the thing to the dog definitely deserves to die in this movie. That's like my #1 rule for any movie that I watch. If a dog is hurt, or if a dog is killed by someone, that someone in the movie needs to die. And I knew it the second the dog appeared on screen. I'm like, son of a bitch, god damn it, that dog's gonna get hurt, or it's gonna die. And oh, yep, there it is. Now I'm a bubbling mess because I hate watching cats and dogs and really any animal get hurt like that. I don't want that in my movies. No. And everyone in this film has shitty attitudes. Gemma, whose sister just died, and now she's taking in their surviving daughter, and she's like, I really don't know what to do here. Do you want to play? No, 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 don't touch those. Those are collectibles, which makes people like me seem like a frickin' dork. Like, she's a kid. She needs something to play with. Just let her play with it. It's fine. And then every once in a while, the social worker appears to just observe Gemma with Katie just to see if everything is going well. So she's sitting there watching Katie try to play with one of the collectibles, and you can tell that Gemma is like really into this thing and loves this toy and wants to show Katie how to play with it properly or what it actually does. And the social worker is there like, let's let Katie figure that out. Wrong, bitch. There is a certain way to play with certain toys. Yes, she could figure it out, but I could also help her and establish that relationship between surrogate mother and surrogate daughter, you know? Creating a relationship and dialogue. Like, she shows up and Katie is just watching TV and she just says, oh, still in our pajamas, I see. Like, dude, they just lost their family. Get over it. Let them keep on their pajamas for a day. That's what I would do. I will say kudos to the marketing department for this film, because this movie is everywhere, and how they present this film in the trailers, it's very compelling, and it seems like a pretty elaborate thriller in the trailers, but after the first 10 minutes of watching this movie, you know exactly where this is gonna go. Paint by number stuff, beat by beat, who is gonna die, who's gonna be the asshole, who's gonna end up dead at the end. You know exactly where it's going. And then it also tries to be relevant, and it throws in topics in there about like homeschooling versus public schooling, and it's like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. And you, movie, are not elaborate enough in your writing and in your dialogue to have this conversation and present this message to an audience. So why don't you just back off and focus on giving us a solid thriller, because as of now, you aren't. This is the first new release of 2023. I guess technically it had a small release in 2022, but for the general public, which I am a part of, it's 2023. This is the first new release that I've reviewed, and I mean, it's definitely the worst one so far. I guess technically it's also the best one so far too, so hopefully that improves over the next couple of months. I'm gonna give M3GAN 1 out of 5 Blu-rays.
What? No!
So guys, have you seen M3GAN? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I'm releasing my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.